Hey YouTube, welcome back. Callum here for Try Paladins, and today I am bringing you something different as always. We have two of the brand new quick start decks. We have Dragon Empire and we have Chaos Sanctuary. So these are for me and Jace. You're probably wondering why we've got these. It is mainly for the energy crest that you get in these. It's pretty much the only reason, because yeah. But without further ado, let's open one up and get on with it. So we'll open up the Dragon Empire one first, because it's, well, Dragon Empire. So much like the old Trial decks, like the Dradual Youth Book, you can see that they got the box in the same format with the labels, same sort of size. But what's different this time is that we get card sleeves, 58 of them to be precise.
My God.
Which obviously we've never had before, and it's quite nice that we're getting them now. And to be honest, the Triumph Dragon ones do look very, very nice. Next up, we have the brand new playmat, because obviously we have a crest zone as shown here. So we'll never be using these because we have, as you've seen, we have our own custom playmats that we like to use. But obviously this is for like new beginners who want to get into Vanguard, who obviously it makes it easier to understand where everything goes. So that's that. We also have the first guide, takes you step by step how to play. But obviously if you don't want to read this, there is a YouTube that the Cardfight Vanguard channel has put up, which is a 20-minute video, and it shows you how to play the fight, and you can basically follow them step by step. Next up we have the counters. We have the special one, which is the energy one. So if you want to use, because obviously they're doing two types of markers, they're doing this one and then an actual token in set 1 that you can use for the energy crest. So but we'll probably be using these, so I'll probably be taking advantage of all these powers. As you can see, it's only just a single side. Next up we have the deck itself. So obviously this is what the box looks like. Obviously we can take this out, so it literally opens up into a space for the deck, for a deck to go in, which to be honest, I will probably put a deck into this later. So for now, we'll just put this to one side. And let's open this belly up. Let's see what we get. Let's move this off. I always hate these little wrap things. There we go. It's coming. It's coming. There we go. Cool. So to start us off, we have the main grade 3 for the trial deck, which is Roaring Thunder Dragon, Triumph Dragon. Now obviously with these quick start decks, the main grade 3 is the only one to have skills. So what's it do? Counterblast 1. Search your deck for up to the same card. Basically, you fetch a Persona Ride, which is what this icon indicates, and you get 10,000 power. Then when it attacks a Vanguard, we have the new currency, Energy Blast. You choose one of your opponent's rear guards, you retire it, and this unit gets plus 5,000 power, plus 1 critical until the end of that battle. So we have 2 of them. Next up, we have 2 Quaidest Dragons, vanilla, obviously. Now I'll tell you now, majority of these cards will be vanilla because of what this deck entails. But next up we have Stealth Dragon of Sword Throwing, Kakeichi. Next up we have Crushing Dragon, Spino Assaulter. And then we have a very old vanilla card that's been used in near enough every Dragon Empire trial deck, And that is a Let's Blow Dragon. Old favourite. Next up we have Stealth Dragon, Kudamasubi. And then we have Drag Ritter, Yunma, which has a very nice art to it. Another old vanilla card, Iron Ball Dragon, Anki Bowler. And next up we have 3 PGs. The reason there's 3 is because each quick start deck comes with a brand new effect PG or potentially an Elemental Sanctitude, the promo. So next up we have triggers. We have 3 Rogue Beast, Sunigisuru, 2 copies of Jaggi Dagger Dragon, it's a mouthful, and 3 copies of Electric Draco Kid, 3 copies of Refreshing Wind Dragon, Dino Breeze. So you're probably wondering why there's only like 3 out of 4 on some of the triggers, and that is because obviously with the quick start deck they're going to have what I'm about to show you. They've got like special icons on them which helps you play the game. So for instance, here's the 3rd copy of Triumph, and you can see the number 4, which means this is the 4th card that's going to get put for the ride line. So, and here's the grade 3. Now obviously they've done the Ride 9 as completely vanilla, so obviously they don't overload new players with the skills, because obviously it may be hard to understand everything at first. But they're reprinting the cards that have skills. So for instance, if you, as you can see, the grade 1 and the grade 2 for the Ride line, Yunma, I believe the grade 3, grade 2, the grade 1 in the corner will have skills in set 1. And then the grade 0, Heated Blade, Ardart, which I said to my friends, Ardart is the grade 0 I'm using in my Varga build, and I plan on putting it in the deck even though it has no skill, because I'm like, I don't care. So next up we have the 3rd copy of Yunma, the 3rd copy of Spino Assaulter, the last copy of Triumph, the last copy of the Draw Trigger, the front. Oh, there's the last PG, my mistake. There is 4 PGs again, one of them has. So obviously it's basically like on how many you do, so many turns, and then obviously it's just like that you do, you basically activate them in an order based on the number. Next up is another Draw Trigger, the last heal, Kagoichi, the last crit, and the rest of the cards. Basically they just have an order of like when you draw. So for instance, like how this one's 5th, so these first 4 cards have got like 1, 2, 3 and 4. It's basically like you can act them in that order, because obviously they won't get you to use the skills straight off the bat, because obviously they won't make you do shufflings and such. Just put these back in order. Now then, these 2 cards that have the back to us, these 2, we're going to put them at the back like that, because they're the effect cards that we're getting, that are 1 effect trigger and 1 effect PG. So first up is the new crest, which the energy generator, which you now have to run a ride deck. So what it does is auto ride deck. When you ride, put this card into the crest zone. If you went second, you energy charge free. You may have up to 10 energy. At the beginning of your ride phase, energy charge free. And then once per turn, energy blast 7 and draw a card. So most new decks and supports will be using energy. If you've been watching the Divines and keeping up with the oil information, you'll know that most units now are using energy. So it's basically a must-have. And then obviously you have this energy counter. So this is where that icon comes in, you put it on there and you can move it accordingly. So so we did catch a glimpse of the two cards, but first up, it's the new Dragon Empire PG. When the shoot's put into Guardian Circle, choose one of your units, can't be hit. And it's basically, if you have one less cards in hand, you basically don't pay for the cost. And it is an effect draw, which is quite nice. So yeah, so that's it from the Dragon Empire one. So as you can see, it is pretty much that. I am planning on using these crits, these triggers that don't have the numbers on, in another deck. So I can make use of that in my Kaiser Vermilion deck. So yeah, that's where we're at on that. Just let me put these away. And then we're going to move on to the Keter Sanctuary one. So Jason's had the Keter Sanctuary one, mainly because A, it's Keter Sanctuary, B, it's effect PGs, it's triggers to add to his Keter Sanctuary decks, and obviously it's another deck box and it sleeves. So let's open it up. So I'm going to save time by not going through like all the cards. I'll just read the Grade 3 skills again. Here's the sleeves for Sarfsil. Sorry, I tell you what, I don't even want to butcher names. So I have the sleeves for that. And then obviously, same again. Nothing really changed there. So put that up there. Let's move on to the deck. So I'll just only speed through the cards. I'll show the grade. I'll read the grade 3, the main boss unit as we call them, for the Keter Sanctuary. But then I will literally just flick through because all the quick start decks are vanilla cards solely for the purpose of teaching. Like I say, they'll get reprinted with skills in set 1. So the new grade 3 for Keter Sanctuary: Salvation, Winged Knight, Sarif Sol. Again, Cannabas 1, search your deck for another copy of it, +10. And then when this unit attacks, Energy Blast 4, choose a grade 3 or less than normal unit from your drop, call it to rear, and it gets +10, which is quite nice. So there's them. We have Briarglass Dragon, Tolerance Wizard, Resurgent Dragon, which honestly looks very nice. Knight of Partings, Liguri, Medical Shot Angel, Noble of Glittering Staff Seer, Shadowbow Archer Lisana, the PGs, Life Saving Angel Kurabil, and then we have the new crits, Chivalima, the draw trigger, which is Ample Bomber Angel, for the front it's Knight of Pressing Conal. For the heel, it is Bringer of Distant Sounds, Arunus. And then obviously another copy of Savannah, the grade 2 for the Ride Line, Sweet Home, Caring Sage, Wings of Aspiration, Soel, and then obviously just the extra copies, as you can see. So Now we move on to the interesting part. Let's just move the crest and that to one side, since we already know what they do. And now for the 2 mystery cards. Ooh, look at that. The new PG. Bringer of Protection, Seaflin. And Protection Magic, Proby, the draw trigger. That's very nice. 2 quick start decks, 2 draw triggers. It's not bad considering. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you liked the video. Comment down what you want to see next. We are looking at doing more videos. I am planning to buy a box of set 1, which means potentially next weekend there may be a video out of me getting set 1 openings, mainly going after Varga. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill. See you later. Bye.